It's story time, it's story time. Come on, gather around because it's story time. Welcome to the story time with me. We're gonna read books, we're gonna have laughs, we're gonna smile today, and I think we're gonna laugh, ha ha, cause it's story time with Nina, story time with Nina, story time with Nina, story time with me. Oh, hello, hi, I didn't even see you there. Oh my gosh, hi, it's me, Nina. I was just catching up on a future Storytime with Nina book, and here you are, showing up in my house. I can't believe it. It's so good to see you again. I missed you. I'm so unexpected. What am I gonna do? I better have a story ready. Good thing I do. I'm always prepared for story time. Story time, story time. We're having fun. That's a new song that you're gonna see today. No, you're not. You just saw it. So, okay. So my name's Nina. What's yours? Hola, Skylar and Melvin and Sarah and Sydney and Jamal and Caroline and Isaiah and Lily and Andrew and Patricia and Michael and Tyler and Brian and JJ. Oh, Miss Messy JJ's here. David and Chris and Mariah and Kira. It's so, and Meg and just everyone who's here. Leo, hi Leo. I'm so happy to see everybody. Thank you for joining me. So it is another story time with Nina. Story time. Whoa, story time session on the screen. Story time session. I'm really grateful that you're here because every time you're here, I have the best time ever. So as we know, you can't have your stories without your sentences. You can't have your sentences without your words. You can't have your words without your letters. And that means today's letter is, drum roll please. Hold on, I might have a drum roll. Drum roll please. That's not a drum roll. Drum roll please. Wait, that's not it. Drum roll please. There's no cymbals. Today's letter is N. N is for net. N is for net. A net. See what I did there? It's a net. N is for nail. Ow. Ow, that's sharp. Ow. Nail. Ow. N is for the number 9. That's 9. N is for 9. N is for get in my mouth, nachos. Nachos. N is, oh, it's for nest. And it's hello, little bird. Wake up, little bird. Hello. Nest. Or it's also neighbor. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. He's my hero. I love him very much. Do you know who that is? That's Mr. Fred Rogers. He's an incredible, incredible person. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. He's a neighbor. He has a song. It goes, well, hold on. We'll come back to that in a second. Fred. Okay. Fred Rogers goes, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Hi, neighbor. Won't you please, won't you be my neighbor? He's awesome. He's like a hero of mine. I think he's very, very cool. Thank you for coming by, neighbor. Oh, nectarine. It looks like a peach to me. Who's she? It's me, and it's for Nina. Nina. It's me. It's a pretty version of me. And of course, N is for Nina, which means we have to do our favorite song. Are you ready for it? Hey kids, you know it's even more fun than the alphabet. It's the drag alphabet, but I need your help to sing it with me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! A is for absolutely. B is for busted. C is for clock that mug. And D is for the mind. E is for everything. And F is for fierceness. G is for get up girl, and H comes before I. J is for just, K is for Kiki, L is for let 'em have it, M is for mug, and N of course is for me. O is for over, P is for painting, Q is for queen, and R is for room. S is for sunshine, you say. T for throwing shade, and you give me light. Be my boom like W work. And X is for extra. Y is for yes. G is for Josh. And Josh like a board. This is the end. Let's all do the conga. Whoa! Dance time! Come on, Felicity, let's dance! Woo-hoo! Whoa, whoa! Conga party! Dance party! Whoa! Whoa! My Felicity's the name of my dog. She's feeling extraordinary today. She's feeling extra special. She's hi, honey. She's just supposed to be involved. Okay, yeah, have a seat. Hang out. It's story time. Are you ready for it? Hang out with me. We can read stories. Yeah. Go ahead, sit down. She just wants to be up in the action today. I'm so excited. So now, here's the story, and I hope you're ready for it. This story is called Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie Sima. What? This is so exciting. Jessie Sima. We've read one of Jessie's books before, and that book is called Harriet Gets Carried Away. It's another one of my favorite books. This is a really good one. So as I always like to say, it's story time. Cuddle up, grab a snacky and a drinky, maybe some water or a little sippy sips of juicy juices, whatever you'd like. And let's curl up for a really good story today called Not Quite Narwhal. First of all, this is a beautiful book. And Jessie, who is the writer, she also illustrated it, which is really good. And she dedicates this book for Harry, Mary Ellen, who've always brought rainbows into her life. Do you bring a rainbow into your people's lives? That makes you magic. Bless you. My dog sneezed. Okay, here we go. Not Quite Narwhal. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. And if you look, he's just laying in that adorable, perfect little clamshell bed. And he's all covered up and cute. And there's a little treasure chest there. What's in the treasure chest? He knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals. What's a narwhal, you say? The narwhal is that big creature that's just above Kelp with a huge giant tusk, that white tusk right there. That is a narwhal right there. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. And he had different taste in food. Oh, look at this narwhal right here eating all this squiddy. And Kelp is like, I don't want no squiddy. I don't want no squiddy. And look, even though we go to the next picture, he wasn't a very good swimmer. And we can see Kelp just got his little floaties on. Look at the little floaties on Kelp. Can you see all those floaties? He's like, I can't swim. And they're like, don't worry, Kelp, we got you, buddy. Kelp couldn't swim. And they kept swimming around him, and you know what they said? His friends didn't seem to mind. So Kelp decided he wouldn't mind either. And look, here they are. Here's this narwhal letting Kelp grab onto his fins and go swimming. That's what friends do. They help out. Isn't that cool? I just think it's so nice. That is, until he was swept away by a strong current. And he's like, ooh, ooh. The current comes in, the current's taking him away. And it's like, current came and took him away. And he says, I wish I was a better swimmer. But Kelp, he found himself at the surface, closer to land than he'd ever been before. And before we go to the next page, he's looking at something, and you see it there. High up on the cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like Kelp. Whoa! Oh my goodness! It looked like Kelp. It has 4 legs like Kelp, and it has a horn like Kelp. So Kelp swam. Look, he did. Kelp swam toward land as fast as he could, which, as we know, wasn't very fast at all because Kelp is not a swimmer, hoping that he could catch up to the creature that looked just like him. If you look at these pages, look, he starts early in the morning when it's still dark out, and then he goes where it's middle, like sun's coming up, and then the sun's all the way up. They're waiting for Kelp. He's like trying to get to land. He's not a very fast swimmer at all. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. Now, wait a minute. What kind of animal is that, do you think? Can you yell it? That's a crab. You know how crabs walk? Do you know how crabs walk? They walk sideways. Like, okay, the crabs walk sideways. So I wonder how Kelp's going to learn how to walk with that. Let's look. Turn the page. So Kelp's watching. You see Kelp watching? Trying to cross his legs and walk just like the crab. And Kelp falls down. And it wasn't. But then he sees a frog. Maybe he's a frog. He's going to hop. Well, just like the frog. And he falls down. Eventually, he sees a turtle. And the turtle goes so slow that Kelp got the hang of walking pretty quickly. Isn't that amazing? Everything on land was strange and beautiful. But it was also kind of scary. If you look at that picture, you can see the eyes in the dark. Everything was kind of scary, and Kelp was looking behind him. And Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, what? Land narwhals! Oh my gosh! Land narwhals. If you look in the distance, you can see a unicorn jumping and dancing, and you can see another unicorn drinking out of the water, and you can see Taylor Swift unicorn playing Taylor Swift unicorn songs like, you can shake your mane, hoo-hoo! Or she's like, I'm Taylor Swift, but a unicorn. That's her. That's right there. There's butterflies flying around. And he's like, land unicorns. And they're like, land narwhals. And they go, no. Sorry, it says land narwhals. And then there's one that corrects it and says, actually, we're unicorns. And by the looks of it, so are you. Breaking news. Kelp is a unicorn. What? Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. We call them horns. Wow, Kelp says, and look, they're shooting rainbows out of their horns. They introduced him to unicorn delicacies. What's on that unicorn, you ask? I think it's rainbow ice cream. Delicious. And they even showed Kelp how to gallop. Look how happy Kelp is with all the other unicorns. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun, he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. I had to do it. So he's looking longingly at the sun as he thinks about his friends who are still under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly. So he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon! As all of his friends wave. Wow. So here we have Kelp torn between two worlds. Land narwhals, sea unicorns, or just unicorns and narwhals. What's he gonna do? Kelp swam toward home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach because he was so nervous to see all of his friends. And the big narwhal said, Kelp! Welcoming him home. They even held a sign up that said, welcome home! Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't, says a narwhal. Kelp says, I'm a unicorn. We all knew that, said another narwhal. You know what? They all took it quite well. And they accepted and loved Kelp regardless. That night, Kelp was so happy to be home, but now that he had experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Don't see that picture? Look in this picture. He's laying in his shell. He's got pictures drawn of a unicorn, and he's got a picture of a narwhal that he's drawn. He's got a little baby narwhal, stuffed animal right there, and he's got his little book. He's just dreaming about life on land. Did he want to be a land narwhal like the unicorns, or a sea unicorn like the narwhals? Kelp just couldn't decide. But then he realized, just maybe. Wait, what? Just maybe. What? Maybe he just didn't have to choose at all. Look at Kelp and all the unicorns and the narwhals spending time together, hanging out, making snow castles and playing beach volleyball and swimming and dancing and having a bonfire and making marshmallows with their horns. And there's Kelp right there in the middle, dancing and creating his own rainbow. You know what this lesson is? Maybe we don't have to choose. We can be friends and love everyone, and they can all be a part of our chosen family. And look, at the very end, it says, here comes a rhinoceros. It says, I'm a unicorn. And Kelp says, I have some news for you, Mr. Rhino. That's funny, because I have a unicorn right here. Look, I have a unicorn. It's a unicorn. Rhinoceros. It's a rhino. Yeah. Isn't that a great story? Thank you, Jessie Sima, for this incredible book, Not Quite Narwhal, available wherever fine books are sold. I just think this is the greatest. This is such a great, great story. So you can find it on Amazon or a library, and check this out and read more adventures of Kelp. He is adorable. With that being said, I just want to thank you so much for joining me today for another fabulous story time with Nina. What did we learn today? I learned that regardless, I know that I can have two very different kinds of families. And my families can be people who maybe think like me or look like me, and they also can be families who don't even look like me or think like me. We can be very different. And that's what's great about family. You can celebrate everybody for their difference and their individuality and their diversity. That's exciting to me. Is that exciting to you? I sure hope so. I thank you for spending another day with me here at Storytime with Nina, and I think about all the adventures that we still have yet to come. But in the meantime, I would like to close with one of my favorite songs, and hopefully one of yours. Remember to always, always say thank you to those around you for all the great blessings that you receive. And I thank you for being here with me. If you know the words, I hope you can sing along. Because you are wonderful, you're one of a kind, like a lucky star, you light up my life, so keep on smiling, keep on shining, go big, be kind, be you. Now, I want you to look at anyone who's with you and be like, you know what, I'm so grateful you're here, thank you for spending time with me. Because you are wonderful, you're one of a kind, like a lucky star, you light up my life, so keep on smiling, keep on shining, go big, be kind to you. Now when this is all over, you know what to do. You're going to go look in that mirror and you're going to say, I am worth it, I am the best, I am everything. You're wonderful, you're one of a kind, like a lucky star, light up my life, so keep on smiling, keep on shining, so big, be kind to you. And wherever you are, know that I think of you often, and I'm so grateful for our time today. It's the best. Go big, be kind, be you. Go big, be kind, see you. And as our letter of the day ends suggests, always keep it nice. Have a good day!